From the News Channel 5 network, this is Pharmacist on Call.
Good evening, Nashville, Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, those of you as far west as Jackson, those of you as far east as McMinnville. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call with your host, Dr. Shaun Pruitt, and if you're watching this show, I am your community pharmacist. Everyone, welcome to the October edition of Pharmacist on Call. This is your 1 hour forum where you get to call in and ask those burning questions that you can't ask your doctor or your pharmacist, because let's face it, they're busy. But for this 1 hour, I have time for you. So call in with your questions and your comments. Rule number one, there are no silly questions. So make sure that you call in with anything that you feel is of concern, whether it be regards to health care, whether it be regards to the medication that you're taking, or supplements that you heard of that you may be interested in. Rule number one, there are no silly questions, and chances are the question that you ask may bless someone else because they're probably thinking the same thing. For you newcomers, because every time I do a show, someone says that they flip by accident and find the show. So welcome to you guys who are just flipping because there's nothing else on TV on Thursday. This is a show where I, Dr. Shaun Pruitt, I own 3 pharmacies in the city, and this is my monthly community service to you. And so I ask healthcare questions that you're not able to ask your healthcare professionals because they're too busy. I take the time out. This is sponsored by Pruitt's Discount Pharmacy, so this is our community service to you. We're going to get into our birthdays as we typically do, so I want to acknowledge the birthdays of 2 of my line brothers, Clifford Aaron Greer up there in Clarksville, Tennessee, and Garvin Johnson down there in Memphis, Tennessee, 2 of my line brothers, and our chapter brother, attorney Tyrone Paler down there in Memphis as well. So I want to wish happy birthday to them. Looks like we don't have any condolences this month. But I did want to mention that October is American Pharmacy Month, or American Pharmacist Month. And within that, pharmacy technician recognition as well. So this is the month where we acknowledge the contributions and all of that of the pharmacist. We do way more than count to 5 and put your pills in the bottle. We deal with quite a bit. So I want to acknowledge all of you pharmacists out there, and especially you independent pharmacies out there who really go the extra mile to make connections with your patients, bend over backwards and make concessions that others would not. Speaking of American Pharmacy Month, my staff, I certainly want to acknowledge them. I've got about 3 pharmacists working with me now. Dr. Marcia Wiggin Campbell, who has been with us for maybe 8.5 years now out of the 9 years, so has always been solid. Holds it down when I'm not able to be there. Dr. Lynn Barham, who came to us from Mississippi, and he actually owned a pharmacy himself for roughly 40 or 50 years, so he brings a wealth of experience to Pruitt's Discount Pharmacy, and has just really given me some gems to think about in terms of our growth. And then finally, Dr. Mackenzie Gustafson, whom we recently acquired from the Big W. So she is our pharmacist in charge over at Napier right now. And I also want to acknowledge that as it is American Pharmacy Month, we'll be doing activities throughout the month. The first activity that we're going to do is Dr. Gustafson, Mackenzie, will be having a flu clinic for the legislators. So for those of you who have your House of Representative folks and your senators across the state, she will be up there on Capitol Hill vaccinating them with the flu vaccine next week. But we're going to hold up on that because it looks like we've got our first call here. And it looks like we've got Linda. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call. Let me help you.
Good evening, Shaun. This is Linda, the turmeric lady.
How you been?
I've got a question or two for you. First of all, how long should I wait to get my booster shot, my Pfizer booster? I've heard 6 months and I've heard 8 months. And also, gabapentin. Could that possibly make a raw spot on my tongue? I've been taking the gabapentin for like almost 2 years now. So I was just wondering if that could be a medication that is making a raw kind of spot on the side of my tongue. So I will let you go, and hope you're doing good. Been a while since I've been in here, and I'll just talk with you later. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Linda. All righty. So Linda, one of our longest serving callers here. The first question, the booster, I believe it is 6 months from your second dose. But let me double check that because we're still looking for final guidance, but I think it is 6 months before you can receive that booster shot. I don't think it's 8. I don't think it's pushed out that long. Gabapentin and causing tongue lesions, I hadn't heard that. Usually most of its side effects are neurological in terms of messing with your mental state and making you overly drowsy, but it is possible. It's also possible if you were on a round of antibiotics that they also may have caused the tongue lesions. But give me a call at the pharmacy tomorrow and we'll dig through this and see what's going on. All right. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call. Let me help you.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. How can we help you?
Is this you, Dr. Pruitt?
Yes, ma'am. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call.
Hello there. This is your mother, and congratulations not only on number 3 Pruitt Pharmacy, but on your celebration of Pharmacist Month. And I wanted to know if you had learned anything else about the water that they were talking about, perhaps affecting people in Memphis, Tennessee.
No, I hadn't heard anything about it. So if you can give us like a brief explanation of what you know. But no, I'm not up on that. But yeah, go ahead and educate the public.
Yes, I heard a report that due to something to do with the water supply in Memphis, that it was known to have been affecting the residents. Now, I only heard that report one time. I hadn't heard it again on any of the stations. So I'm just wondering what, if anything, was found in fact, and exactly how was it affecting people in Memphis in a detrimental way.
Did they mention a chemical name or something that was added to the water supply?
You know, they may have.
I'll have to take a look at that then.
I can't recall exactly. So.
Okay. If I get you to turn your TV down there too, because it's causing some feedback.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All righty, thank you there. But
okay.
Yeah, if that is the case, then it's certainly a possibility. Guess we need to find out what chemical was added. Do you remember what station you saw it on?
I would think either 4 or 5, possibly Channel 2. But
okay.
I know that you all are always very up on what is affecting the citizens, so I can't be sure. But
okay.
I heard, and there was only one report one time, and I didn't hear of it anymore. And I've been looking in the National Pride and National Tribune papers to see if I could run across anything about it in that.
Yeah, that's usually how the very important things go. You usually only hear it one time. But I'll look into that and see what's going on with the water supply in Memphis.
I appreciate it, Dr. Pruitt.
Okay.
Thank you much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the call.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All righty. Bye-bye. All right. Interesting call. Well, it looks like we're up on a break, so you all stay right there. We will be right back.